Okay, good morning, lovely people. So I'm gonna try something new today, hopefully the first of many. Some of you know that I've had a thought in the back of my mind to start a YouTube channel and call it Behind the Scenes of Your Career. So this is my first attempt of one of the playlists that I'll have on there, which is going to be Carpool Careers with Jess. So the beauty of this, right, is on Instagram you get, which gives me a lot of anxiety, on Instagram you only get a minute to say what you need to say. And I think that while that can be helpful to an audience on Instagram who maybe just wants a quick tip here and there is oftentimes more to the picture and more to the advice that I want to offer that I can't, because I'm limited to speaking in 1 minute segments. So fiance gave me a brilliant idea to start doing these as a YouTube playlist, and you can watch parts of it, you can watch the whole thing, and just enjoy your drive to work or from work with me, getting a daily dose of, either career advice, professional advice, or really just personal development advice, because I do believe, like I always say, that the way you show up professionally is largely dependent on the way you feel personally. So with that said, my thought today was, I actually went to sleep last night, or in trying to go to sleep, had a thought, and I tend to be someone who apologizes often, and a lot of people tell me I apologize way too often, way too much for things that I really shouldn't be apologizing for. And so I've learned to just dig deeper into comments like that and feedback that I'm given, because I'm such a person who is a geek about personal development and self-development, just wanting to continue to be a better version of me every day. So when I think about the fact that I apologize so often, started digging deeper into that, and I realized that I oftentimes apologize for things because I feel like I'm letting somebody down. And then when I started digging deeper into that, I tend to apologize things more for the fact that I feel like I'm letting myself down. I had an expectation of myself, of the way I would show up either for me or for somebody else. And, I'll apologize for silly things like not washing the dishes, silly things like, not remembering to post something on Instagram, or not remembering to call or text a friend, or not remembering to, check something off of my to-do list. And the reality of that is, if I really dig deeper into that, I thought I could do better, right? I thought I could show up better. And so I'm apologizing for what I feel in myself is an incompetency or something that I fell short from. And so I just wanted to bring that up, because pay attention, right? If you are someone like me who apologizes often, pay attention to the things you apologize for, and question yourself, is that something that I should be apologizing for? And what does that mean? Am I apologizing because I feel like I'm not showing up for myself in a way that I thought I would? Or am I apologizing because I'm not showing up for somebody else in a way that I thought I would? And so I just challenge you with that today, because I think it's important for us to give ourselves grace, especially when you come from a world of perfectionism, or you're a person who is a perfectionist. When you're constantly apologizing, it's a constant reminder to yourself that you're not enough, or that you missed your mark, or you didn't accomplish what you thought you could accomplish today. And whether you realize it consciously or subconsciously, you are constantly reminding yourself that you fell short. You constantly reminding yourself that you're not the person that you thought you would be. And I think that can be extremely damaging to you and your confidence level and your mindset. And I just want to challenge you to pay attention to the things you apologize for. And A, is it necessary? necessary? And B, is that telling you something about yourself? Are you sorry that you didn't show up in a way that you thought you would? And is there a way, if it's meaningful enough to you, is there a way to start building trust again within yourself? Small tangible things you can do that can say, I trust that I'm going to follow through on this, or I trust that when I say I'm going to do this, I can and I will. And if I don't, does that validate me? Does that say that I'm not enough, right? And just challenge those thoughts, because that can be a quick downward spiral without even realizing it, especially when it comes to your personal life, but also when it comes to your professional life, right? When you're constantly apologizing for things that maybe don't need to be apologized for. Maybe things that, it's small to-do list action items that you can simply just have a conversation with someone and be genuine and say, hey, I ran out of time today, but I'm going to get to that first thing for you tomorrow. And just reminding yourself that just because you don't mark something off of your to-do list, or just because you don't complete something or accomplish something in a way that you thought you would, or you don't show up for something in a way you thought you would be able to, it does not dictate your worth. It does not dictate your value. It does not dictate your competency. It just means that today wasn't the day. And so I want to say that because I oftentimes, almost every day, lay my head down to sleep and I analyze my day and I ask myself, how could I have been better that day? And a lot of that is rooted in my anxiety of trying to be the best person or the best professional that I can be. And while that practice can be a great practice at times, it can also be a really deteriorating practice, because I'm constantly focused on where I fell short rather than how I made progress that day. So hope this helps in some way, shape, or form. And leave your comments for me. If you're watching on my YouTube channel, leave your comments for me in the comment section. And stay tuned for another one tomorrow.